कभी ना भूलो पाकिस्तान है तुम्हारा, पाकिस्तान है हमारा। पाक से ज़मीन
devotion. There is nothing worthwhile that you cannot achieve. Join us in the journey of transformation. Happy 76th Independence Day. Hello everyone and good evening. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today. Today is indeed a day of immense pride and joy for all of us. It's a big honor for me to stand before you on this special day and pay tribute to those who have made our country what it is today. As we celebrate our freedom, let us also remember the importance of tolerance, respect, and understanding for one another. On this auspicious occasion, we honor the indefatigable and the extraordinary efforts of our founder, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, and his companions that led to the creation of Pakistan. I would like to say a big thanks to GFWE Universal Solutions LLC. We are honored to celebrate our Independence Day in collaboration with Global Forum for Women Entrepreneurs, with 17 women managing partners and principal partners engaged in every in consulting globally. I would like to extend a very special welcome to our honored chief guest, Mr. Marcus Buscema, guest of honors, Mr. Azim Ishaq, Ms. Sarah Khan, and our very dear Hina Nisar Saduzai. Let me introduce a little bit of for Hina. Hina Nisar is CEO Cognition Hub. She is an international speaker, trainer, and consultant on diversity and inclusion, transformation, human capital, and community development. She works with multiple organizations in Pakistan, USA, UAE, Germany, UK, Malaysia, Jamaica, and Japan. And from here, I'll just hand it over to Hina. Over to you, Hina.
Thank you so much, Mubina, for this wonderful introduction. Happy Independence Day to all of you, and happy Independence Day, overseas Pakistanis and others who are joining us for today. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'll introduce my first guest of honor, that he's Aasim Ishaq. He's an award-winning serial entrepreneur, investor, speaker, business coach, inventor. Aasim has 25 years of broader experience with multiple organizations, accelerating innovations, clean tech, agro-tech, digital platform, business focus. He's a podcaster and coach to motivate entrepreneurs around the world. He has also led fundraising campaigns for large-scale technology projects. Currently, he is the executive chairman of New Radford Venture Limited. Let's welcome Aasim Ishaq on board to tell us more about him. Thank you so much, Aasim, for joining us. Over to you, Aasim.
Delighted to be here. Thank you very much for this invitation. I'm honored. And such eminent people. I've looked at some of your profiles, and you're all high achievers. So I'm in awe of all of you. So yeah, so I'm an inventor of two products. One of them I license, and it's in the shops in the UK and the TV adverts on screen as well. So that's pretty exciting. And the company I licensed it to is making a great deal of noise about it, which I'm very, very pleased with. And that's a fun thing I've done. But currently I'm working on buying companies. I'm an investor, but not really investor as in part equity. I'm looking to buy lock, stock and barrel companies in manufacturing and professional services in the UK. That's pretty much my focus right now for the next stage of my career. I'm using my banking background and my finance background for my own portfolio, for my future career, and my portfolio of investments. That will help me progress the work I've done and bring it all into a space and use that sustainability focus to turn older companies into greener companies and much more ready for the next challenges ahead. So thank you for my invitation. Delighted to be here. I'm looking forward to listening to you all as well.
Asim, thanks for your lovely introduction. But the ladies and myself, we would like to know in next 2 minutes how it is life for a Asian and that too a new to start up an enterprise in UK. And believe me, you've done really wonders. Question I would like to ask to you, Asim ji. I mean, let's understand one thing that when your generation went to UK, it was not life was not full of roses. It was full of thorns. तो अभी का जनरेशन को सब कुछ रेडीमेड मिला है, लेकिन आपके वक्त वो जमाना ही अलग था. तो आप हम शुक्रगुजार है कि अगर आप बात वो बारे में करेंगे कि ये आपके लिए कैसा था, क्योंकि मैं ये सेम मार्कोस के भी पूछने वाला हूँ, बिकॉज मार्कोस हैज डन रियली वेल व्हेन ही स्टार्टेड द WNS with the circumstance.
It's a very good point that you make. Look, my parents came here in 1961. My father came here with my uncles and my great granduncle. So I was born here, and I was reflecting upon when you stood up for the national anthem. Now I stood up, but do I feel that that's my national anthem? I'm not sure. Do I feel the British national anthem is mine? I'm not sure. So we children of immigrants, we live in this two parallel universes, and there's the bit where it crosses over is where they collect. So yeah, I'm partly English, but I'm not English coded to English. So I am Pakistani. I'm Pakistani, but am I Pakistani when I go to Pakistan? No, I'm not a Pakistani there either. So we have this overlapping identity. And being in England is a great place to be. You're tolerated for who you are. You're allowed to say what the hell you think about the Prime Minister and the government, and they don't mind. You know, you can be in front of the Parliament. I was in the House of Lords. I went to the first ever Eid dinner in the House of Lords, real honor. And the guest of honor was a Sikh peer, and he celebrated Pakistanis and Muslims, and isn't that wonderful? So being in the UK affords you great luxury of freedom, and it detracts from your culture of origin. But we have a new culture here, and we celebrate that. And we've made life here in our own flavor. And I don't think I would have had the same advantages were I in Pakistan now. My family are hardworking people in Pakistan, but they're not necessarily educated people. So we have the benefit of education. In terms of business, we can do what we want. You know, okay, there is some structural racism and along the way, but it's not meant to be there. It's not allowed to be there. It's not tolerated if you call it out, which is great. So I have friends that are multi-millionaires, Pakistani origin. They came with nothing, and their parents came with nothing. And some are great scholars. Some are imams. So we have the freedom to be what we want to do. It's just up to you as how much effort you're prepared to put into that, into achieving that. And I'm living in the UK. Saying that, the growth rate here is rubbish. There is no growth. The interest rates are terrible. So Pakistan and India is growing nation. There's lots of young people there. And so the opportunities to get wealthy, to be successful, and to have the future that you want exist in those young countries, where you can really see an opportunity from the West and take it into Pakistan and India, or bring something new to the table. People want to get wealthier. They want to have children that are doing better in life. They want better health. They want leisure activities. They want education, and they want to eat well. So those exist in Pakistan as well. So I think wherever you are, you have to make the best of what you've got. Whether the government is with you or against you, or whether they want you to do stuff, or they don't want you to do stuff. For me, the government is just the weather. If it rains, you use an umbrella. If it's sunny, you put your sunglasses on. So I never really worry about the government. I'm not too bothered about politics, because it's there, and when it's good, we take advantage of it. When it's not so good, we do other things. So I'm enthused about being in the UK, and I always am. And when I see Pakistani people that are not enthused about it, or they are stressed because it's not the way they want to be, my view is very simple. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Because you can get on a plane and go. The British passport is one of the best passports in the world. You can do anything you want with it. If you want to go to Norway because it's cooler. If you want to go to Saudi Arabia or UAE because you want more of an Islamic way of life, you can do that. So I'm happy to be an entrepreneur, a parent, a son in the UK, and I'm grateful to know that there are people in Pakistan and India that are striving and working hard and achieving, like all of you absolutely are. You're doing amazing work. So that shows to me there's always a space for motivated people to achieve in the world.
Thank you so much, Aasim. I have a question in my mind, so I should be asking, I think, because all are women entrepreneurs sitting with us. So how do you see the Asian women entrepreneurs in UK?
So
are there any opportunities for us? Can we do something in future?
Yeah, look, I don't think that there's a special definition for women entrepreneurs. I mean, there are women entrepreneurial forums and hubs, but I think society treats them as the same. So we don't see a differential between female entrepreneur, male entrepreneur. It's their own inner choices. And I see that looking out. I have 3 daughters, so I want them to be successful. And there's always a difference, isn't there? There's always some societal barriers for women progressing in life. But I think now greater than ever, women entrepreneurs are treated very, 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 very well. And there are lots of initiatives to make sure they are supported above and beyond the male entrepreneurs. I mean, there are lots of female entrepreneurial hubs, female tech hubs. I don't see any male tech hubs or male entrepreneurial hubs. And there are definitely more investors focusing on female entrepreneurs as opposed to male entrepreneurs. Whereas I think it's great. I think we should do that, because typically it's the male entrepreneurs that get pushed forward. They don't have some of the challenges that female entrepreneurs have. For example, family expectations and cultural expectations, and the fact that they can't do all the networking that men could do. I mean, it's usually focused around social activities, and alcohol is freely available. I don't drink, hasn't stopped me from socializing. And I think maybe some women would feel less comfortable in those environments. But I do know some very successful female entrepreneurs. They're doing incredibly well, but they have no doubt worked harder than the male entrepreneurs to get to that point.
Thank you so much. Yes, it is.
Lovely. Thanks a lot, Aasim. It was really very super when Hina had really asked a very good question. Hina ji, I would like to convey Aasim's UK is really a very wonderful thing. It's a jannat for women entrepreneurs. In short, I would like to say, because being a democracy, it is called the cradle of democracy. So I would say, I would justify it that come to UK and see yourself. Got it? And that's why instead is working on the same. Asim, you are aware that some of the ladies would love to meet you in Nottingham. Anyway, now I would like to come back to our honored chief guest of honor, Marcos Buscema. Marcos is a solicitor by profession, but also he is a founder of one of the most wonderful organization, that's WILL. It's headquartered in Italy and it's spread across 70 countries across globe, and they are having in their midst 400 odd lawyers and law alma mater fraternity. Now, Marcos, I would like to. I know your story very well. This you had interacted with me long time back, but I would like to hear from horse's mouth what actually made you think of creating this wonderful body of worldwide independent lawyers. Over to you, Mark. Thank you.
So thank you. I hope everything is technical good for you. You are hearing me well. If not, please tell me. First of all, a big thank you to Yogesh for this invitation and to you for having me here. I know the importance of inclusion. And well, WIL is now today the land of well, we have two words to describe what we are today. Legal fraternity. Legal fraternity. We belong to the same tribe. Well, we have also entrepreneurs. Aasim, I listen to him very accurately. Thank you, Aasim. Well, so today WIL is a business unit because WIL is a company. But to answer your question, there is a big question we asked to ourselves and we answered. So why are we existing? Why are we doing this? Business is a consequence. Business is the fuel for the car. The car needs the fuel. A business and an organization needs to be sustained, but it's not the purpose of the organization. WIL is a company, but the business is not our purpose. So I'm a personal injury attorney. I'm Italian. And Aasim, okay, the British passport is one of the best worldwide, but I can say also Italian one is one of the best worldwide because we are nice people. So they welcome us, okay? Well, it's very important. It's very important to travel and to get experience. And my spark occurred 26 years ago when I was a student. And I faced a tragic, terrible traffic accident. And I was in Turkey at the time. And terrible accident means 7 people died, several more severely injured, and from 15 nations from Europe-wide. So it was terrible. And basically, I didn't get any legal help. I didn't get any legal help. And now I know that I was in need of a top legal help, not any legal help. The accident was major. 50 people involved, coming from 15 nations. I was a passenger on a coach. And this coach fell down from a road to another. And it was terrible. And this imaginary, because I didn't meet with any Turkish lawyer, this imaginary Turkish lawyer should have been in touch with 15 other lawyers Europe-wide. I was within a group of students, and 2 of us died, one from Russia and one from Greece. So I was in need of the top assistance. I was able to pay for that, but I wasn't proposed for any. So that was my spark, which now I know it was the first dot of my connecting the dots game. You know this game, connecting the dots. And at the end of the game, you see the drawing. the drawing of the game. Yeah, it was the first universe signal. Experience the tragedy without suffering severe injury on your body. And it was like that. Then second step, so you feel you will be feeling sympathetic with victims of other accidents like this. It's not enough. Then the second step was to well, professionally, I worked for the second most important Italian insurance company as claims manager. So where I got the legal skills to help people in this specific respect topic, industry. I am a personal injury attorney only, solicitor only. I don't deal with other things in the legal industry. I'm totally specialized. And that's my job. When they ask me, what do you do for a living? I don't say I'm a lawyer. I don't say I'm a solicitor. I say I help people in dealing, in managing sudden and tragic events in their lives. That's my job. Of course, through my profession, but my purpose is not money. Money is consequence of creating value for universe, for people on this planet, and will is my mission on this planet. Please stop me because I would speak for hours, okay? And I don't want. I want to take too much from the other honorable speakers today. But to complete for this slot,
5 minutes more you can take.
Sorry.
Marco, 5 minutes more you can take.
Okay, but in this respect, I'm getting my chronograph, so it will vibrate on my wrist, so everything will be okay. So basically, that's the big why I personally have all my personal and professional trajectory went to this specific direction. Personal injury, helping people in this respect. So when I came back from Turkey, I graduated from university. I studied my internship. I took my state exam, national state bar exam. But I started working for companies before getting to applying to my bar association. Why? Because universe was speaking to me. It's not enough. You have to take different lessons. I worked abroad. I lived in Germany for a while, for almost 1 year, less than 1 year. That's why my German is still poor, but it wasn't demanded at the time. So then I applied to my bar association, and then universe came back to me. Okay, your training is over. Time to start with this international alliance. Will is not a network. Will is not a platform. Will is an alliance of people who trust each other. And so it was the time to go there. It was 12 years ago, in the dead of lockdowns 3 years ago, all the pieces of the mosaic came together, and I decided to found a company, the company WIL, Worldwide Independent Lawyers League. In the second episode, I will tell you what is the meaning of the graphic, what is the meaning of the name. It's a big storytelling behind for another part, for another time, next time. But then you see, okay, nice dream, nice event, nice trajectory. But then what is my value added to this story? Personal value added. I'm an instrument of. I'm a Roman Catholic baptized, so someone could say God, someone could say universe. Okay, I'm a spiritual guy, so I think I'm just a tool of the universe to accomplish something on this planet. I'm totally devoted and dedicated to this, okay? So it was an event first, then a spark in my soul, then an idea, then a dream, then a plan, then an action, then a reality, okay? I have 2 minutes more. And so execution is very important. We have a vision, we have a mission, we have a target to help the world in a specific way. Today, we are now, as you mentioned, 350 people around 72 countries, because Argentina recently added. And I can say, how can you say that you are an alliance? Well, I know 350 people currently in the alliance, one by one. I can tell you what they like for lunch and for dinner. I know them because we cooperate before the case is on the desk. And everything is designed, and then that's the end of my slot. Everything is designed to serve our vision. We dream of a world where the highest level legal protection is democratized and easily accessible globally for each individual, company, or entity. And I can add something on gender equality in my alliance. We are now 65% men and 35% women. So it means that with a boost on the female side, we will be 50-50. But in real, we have some 50 leadership roles, no, less, 30 leadership roles. And there we are 50-50. Our CEO is a lady. Many territory leaders are ladies. And in their leadership roles, we are already today 50% men and 50% ladies. So thank you for having me, and thank you for letting me share all this. Thank you very much.
Marcos,
Thank you so
thanks
much.
a lot, Marcos. As you are the chief guest of honor, I would request Rabia, who herself is a solicitor from Pakistan, to actually say about legal system over there, because Marcos, we are having one more lady, territory leader. Her name is Rabia. So we cannot discount on the fact. Over to you, Rabia. For 5 minutes, you speak on. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon. And I welcome you on this happy Independence Day. Thank you to GFWE for organizing. I would like to welcome the Chief Guest of Honor, Shri Marcus Buscema, the Guest of Honor, Assam Saksa. And thank you so much for all your inspiring stories. We would like to know more about it, and especially your spiritual guidance, Mr. Marcos. I would like to give a small brief on myself. I've got a 25 years of banking experience, retail, commercial, asset management industry, and 3 years of legal. So I chose this arbitration mediation field. So I work with stuck-up companies, family offices, and we acquire businesses all over the world. This is what I do. And I would like to give a small introduction of GFWE, as I'm a principal partner for GFWE UK. That GFWE is an equal opportunity entity, and it has empowered women partners globally without any discrimination, race, or nationality. As you can see, people from India, Pakistan, Turkey, UK, Europe. I'm so glad to have all of you here, and such a brilliant platform to see all of you together. I would like to introduce our principal partners for UK. Mrs. Rocky Ji, Mrs. Anamika Chatterjee, and myself as principal partners. Then we've got managing partners, our sponsors for today. I would like to special thank Ms. Divya Miani from Interpolitan for sponsoring this event today. Thank you, Divya, for being here with us. She's one of our managing partners as well. Ms. Jyoti Singh, Solicitor Khushnama Khan, Riya Patil Chaudhary, Dr. Shabhanji, Tejasvi Kamble, Ayushi Agarwal. Then we've got our partners from Pakistan, Ms. Mobina Shiraz. She did a lot today for organizing. Thank you to Hina, Hafsa, and Mobina for organizing this event today. Ms. Hina Saduzai and Ms. Hafsa Khan from Pakistan. Then we've got some partners from UK, Ms. Christina Scott, Ms. Cheryl Roberts, Jay Damania. Then we've got our associate partners, Mr. Aman Singh, Mr. Prashant Willing. Thank you, Prashant, for Zoom link and for organizing this, with us. Dr. Manoj Joshi and Scott Longman. So it was important for me to mention all these brilliant names because without their support, we can't move further. I would like to talk a little bit on the legal system of Pakistan, which is a mixed legal system, drawing upon Islamic law and English common law. The present constitution, called the Constitution of Islamic Republic of Pakistan 1973, was promulgated on 14th August 1973. From 1947 to 1973, the country had a unicameral system of legislature. Under the 1973 constitution, Pakistan adopted the bicameral system at the center called the Parliament, which consists of the President, the National Assembly, and the Senate. It is now called the Majlis-e-Shura Parliament. Originally, the general seats for National Assembly were 200, with additional 10 seats reserved for women. It is important for us to examine what we mean to say as a country which follows a legal tradition. The reason for this importance is that the law and legal system of Pakistan are or were based on English common law as applied in India. There are 4 categories on the basis of which legal systems are being classified today: civil law, common law, Muslim law, and customary law. The Senate, newly created upper house, had 63 members. Later in 1985, through a presidential order, 7 seats were added to the general seats and 10 to the reserved seats of National Assembly. 10 seats were exclusively reserved for the minorities to be filled through a separate electoral system. The structure of the court system in Pakistan, I won't take much long, so bear with me. The constitution deals with the judicature, and the subject is judicial power. The legislature makes the executives, executes, and the judiciary construes the law. Power is enforced by the state through the appointment of judges. So this was a small introduction on our legal system. I would like to
Thank
give
you,
the
Rabia.
next time to Marcos to tell us something about how we can collaborate through our GFWE UK, through his independent lawyer association in UK, and how we can add value to the legal systems there or work together in collaboration. Marcos, over to you, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you again. Well, we are in touch with Yogesh for setting the lines of cooperation, and we are eager to find the best ways to cooperate. For sure, lawyers from this big country, very important country, Pakistan, could join our alliance, and then the alliance with can fit set cooperation, specific events, and also we have the same vision of, for example, promoting gender equality. In will we have a special social ethical division, whose leader, whose head is the Indian attorney Dimple Merchant from Mumbai, whose name is Will Sunrise. Will Sunrise is a social ethical division, and one of the aims of this division is promoting the lady lawyers' activities, promoting the activity of lawyers, especially ladies, whose access to education is anyway, even in my country, in Italy. Well, most part of lawyers today in Italy are ladies. But there is a big but. The ladies in Italy, lawyers, my colleagues, earn half of males, of men. Mm-hmm. That's a big issue for a number of reasons, okay? But because at certain point, still in my culture, they have to choose career or family. And then when they are forced to choose, they lose revenue. They have to spend less time at the office, okay? It's not only like that. It's not only this, there is a number of reasons.
I would like to have a question, Marcos. You would be surprised to know that the leadership role in Pakistan is just 4%. And what you mentioned about UK, it was incredible. How can we learn those values, and how can we have this diverse culture, attitude in Pakistan as well with your help? How can we increase the leadership roles? Because GFWE's one entity is that we are helped, like women leaders come as board members for different organizations. So if you have any ideas, or we can
Rabia?
work with you together. Yes, Hannah.
Rabia, can we ask questions at the end? Because, a few other people have some questions.
Sure.
So
You can take over, Hannah. You can take over from here. Thank you. You can take over from here. Thank you so
Thank you,
much
Rabia.
for your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much for beautiful brief on Pakistani legal system, and thank you, Marco, for addressing the question. Now I would like to introduce Divya. Divya, you may come on board and take the stage to introduce interpolitan money.
Yeah, sure. Hi, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and happy Independence Day.
Thank you.
It's a big day for all of us, I'm sure. I am from India right now, so a quick background about myself. I've been a banker for almost a decade. I worked for the top-notch banks in India in the past. I am associated with Interpolitan Money now, which is like a neobank, which is, a very, very new concept that has come up. Not too many people or seniors would know about it, but yes, it is a new upcoming thing which has happened, a very different concept from a traditional banking. So my thanks to Rabia and Yogesh for kind of giving me an opportunity to sponsor this event. Thank you, Marco, and thank you, Aasim. It was really, really inspiring speech. I'm really happy to be here. A quick introduction on Interpolitan Money here. So we are an FCA regulated e-money institution. So we basically provide global banking solutions to individuals as well as the corporates, right? So what typically happens is overseas, we would have all seen that, or maybe some of your clients must be going through a lot of challenges to get an account in the bank. What the problem that we are trying to resolve here is that we provide an account flat in 10 days time, and all the documents are digital. A person do not have to go to the bank or sign any document or physically be present at any of the branches. We provide the virtual bank account in 160 countries, and this account consists of 55 currencies. So we basically work with all the law firms, the CAs, the VC firms, and we're trying to help individuals and the corporates who are facing this difficulty to get an account. So this platform, I'm sure there are so many lawyers and a lot of industry leaders that maybe if any of your clients would need and is stuck to get an account, Interpolitan Money is always there to help you. So yes, we have banking partners like Barclays, Goldman Sachs. We have Modular Banking Circle. So these are the banks that we've partnered with, and we take their help to provide the bank accounts to our customers. So that's it. I don't want to take much time, but if you all have any questions, I'm happy to take it.
Oh, thank you so much, Divya. You've introduced well. If all of you have any questions, so you can type in the chat box or maybe ask Divya directly in the chat box. Thank you so much for joining us and introducing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining from the neighboring country to share the auspicious day of ours independence. Now I would love to call Hafsa ji to come on the stage and introduce herself, what she's doing unique to the Pakistan. We are looking forward to Hafsa. Just join us.
Sure. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
First of all, happy Independence Day to all of you. I'm Hafsa Hira from Pakistan. I'm an empowered woman, and I'm a seasoned architect. I have 11 years experience and an accomplished architect with diverse portfolio encompassing both residential and commercial projects. I'm working with right now. I'm working with Pakistan's #1 architecture firm, Jamshed Khan Architects and Associates in Islamabad. As far as I'm also working as an independent architect. I work with top-notch architecture firm from last 11 years. And I'm proud to inform that right now I'm working with a design. I am part of Pakistan's first Design Excellence Award for United Nations. That project is called Glade Vista in Islamabad. It is a
Amazing.
serviced apartment building, and we are using sustainable materials, sustainable procedures. Everything under that project comes sustainable. It's a green project, and um, basically my story is all about passion turns into profession. Means architecture is my passion. Since last 11 years I'm working. In that 11 years I got married. I did masters during my pregnancy, then my kids, but I never left my profession. And after COVID, when COVID hit Pakistan, uh, it was a big opportunity for me, because from that time I started my work personally. Because of COVID, we left our job, and many of my colleagues were facing difficulty in earning money and all. That's time I started internationally. We supported each other, and now more than 20 member team work under my leadership, and I have I do work with them. There is time limit, that's why I can't share my portfolio, but in message box, I will share my portfolio file. All right. In that portfolio, there is mentioned my architectural, interior, commercial, residential, personal, and all projects. I hope you guys will like it, and I'm happy to tell that now I'm in a position that I can work independently, and this all happened because of you guys and my family support. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hafsa. You're really an empowered woman, and this is a network of empowered women. GFWE always empowers us without any discrimination across the boundaries throughout the globe. So we love our network. We love our entity from the core of our heart. Happy Independence Day once again, and let's welcome our another guest of honor, Mirza Saeed Ahmed. He is the CEO of Silk Valley. So Saeed Ahmed, let's join on the stage. Over to you.
Hello, everyone. Hi,
Assalamualaikum.
good afternoon. Happy Independence to you guys. Hi, good
Assalamualaikum.
afternoon. Happy Independence to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Well, I'm based in Dubai, from the same place. I always say it's most beautiful place on earth by nature, Kashmir. I've been in Dubai for 27 years. I'm a hotelier. 35 years, 15 years with five-star hotel brands like Jumeirah International and Hilton. I did develop a hotel brand. It's a canvas hotel owned by His Highness Sheikh Tanoon from Abu Dhabi. From 2011, came back to Dubai from Abu Dhabi when I finished my project in Abu Dhabi, developing a hotel brand, Canvas Hotel, and I made the hotel operational in Shymkent, Kazakhstan. So came back, started something called short rental, like all of you might be aware of Airbnb. So I am the pioneer of this business in Dubai, the short rental. It was the first company which we developed. Unfortunately, this business wasn't legal that time. We had to present to the government to make it legal. It took us 3.5 years, many presentations. Then they made the changes in the law and legalized it. I've been opening the company since then for the short rental. I've done 4 before this. This time is the 5th one. I did it for myself. I think this is what I do, and if anybody has any questions, if you want to know a little bit more about the short rental, I can brief you how we do it. Any of the owners, the home owners of the landlords, we take their apartments, villas, properties, and rent it same like a hotel, and earn more money for them than they would get it from a tenant who has rented it for 1 year. Plus, we provide them the flexibility. Anytime they want to sell, they want to come and live in the apartment, give us 2 months notice, and the property is with them. On other hand, as a guest, as a tenant, I mean, we are much, much cheaper than the hotels. So it's win-win from both sides. As a guest, you get less money, spacious place, you save on food and beverage, and it's a complete privacy. For the home owners, we make more money and provide them the flexibility. That's what we do. Over to you, Hina.
I own Silk Valley Advisor. Thank you so much.
Sorry.
As an advisor, I own.
Hina is on our advisory board.
This is my.
Okay.
Mubina has already introduced them that I work with many organizations, many countries. So you will see me in many of the countries. Thank you so much. Now I would like to, may I pronounce the name well? Hunter? It's Hunter. How may I pronounce it? Dennis?
Dennis is from Turkey. Dennis, would you like to say something to GFWE team?
We would love to hear from her. Dennis, I welcome you on board.
I hope she's still there.
Yeah,
Are you there, Dennis?
Yeah, she's there. She has switched on the camera, but maybe she's settling the camera or something else. So
let me just call her just a sec, maybe.
Okay, so if you have any question, you can type in the chat box, so I can read out your question loud, and I can ask the question directly from the guest. Okay, so you can see Divya, if you can post your contact details in chat box. Everybody should post the contact details and your LinkedIn profiles in the chat box. So later, if you want to collaborate, if you want to build synergies, if you want to build ties, you're here for each other. So this event is for synergies, collaborations, and transformations. Thank you so much, Prashant. You have played a wonderful role. Some heroes don't wear cap, but they work at the back end, and I love that. Over to you, Mubina. So you can let me first introduce Mubina. Last but not least, Mubina. Yes, Mubina is a seasoned learning and growth veteran with 12 years of local and international experience in technology, retail, banking, and fashion designing business. Within the domain of HR, sales, marketing, and customer relationship management, a business graduate, her past employer includes Wells Fargo Bank, Target Standard Charter Bank, Cyber Interservices, and Hospitality Trends America. Over to you, Mubina. So, vote of thanks from Mubina. I welcome you on board. Unmute yourself, Mubina. Thank you for your patience. Unmute yourself. Unmute. Click on the mic. Yeah. Now you can speak.
Hannah, thank you so much. I extend my profound gratitude to the Honorable Mr. Marcus, Mr. Aasim, Ms. Divya, Mr. Yogesh, Mr. Mirza, for honoring us with their presence. It was a wonderful experience as your presence added to the charm of the event. And a very, very special thanks to Mr. Prashant for hosting this event with us. I'm grateful to you, Mr. Prashant, and all my team who is here today to celebrate our 75th Independence Day. So on this Independence Day, I guess, as Pakistan shine in its glory, we all stand strong in our commitment to fostering a brighter tomorrow. With unwavering dedication, we pledge to empower, educate, and uplift our nation, contributing to the progress and prosperity of Pakistan. And at the end, I would just like to say that we pray for our country and for everyone, that this platform shows that unity, faith, and discipline, as our founder Qaeda Azam used to say, is a basic thing that beyond the boundaries, we all are together. Thank you so much. Pakistan, Zindabad.